All right, Shalom. First and foremost, gonna give all glory and honor praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostle and elders, Great Millstone. All right, it's gonna be a response video, to this video called "People Are Tired." GMS prisoners of Yahweh Shah. All right, and yeah, America is just people are realizing that, hey, this place is just a big corporation. So here, I'm gonna play the video.
Love language, where rent is $2,300 a month for a studio with a window the size of a napkin and a neighbor who practices the drums at 1 a.m. Now, I'm good. One life is plenty. I wake up tired, go to sleep tired, and in between I pretend to be a functioning adult with a Gmail account and a dream. All right, half of my life is just opening apps, forgetting why I opened them, then closing them to reset. That's it. That's life in 2025. Everything else we do is just the background while we're on our phones. And don't get me started on work. I clock in like I'm serving a sentence. My boss says we're a family here, and I believe him because I avoid them just like I avoid my own. I write emails that sound like hostage notes, just slightly more polite. Just circling back. Hope this finds you well. I'm dead inside, but here's the PDF you asked for. Meanwhile, people are out here saying life is short, make it count. All right, Janet, I just paid $9 for a smoothie, and I can't even taste the mango. Is this real mango? I'm not making it count. I'm making it to 5 p.m. So, yeah, thank God this ride only has one lap. I don't need any reruns. I've seen enough. Thank God we only...
And there are many reruns, but again, I did go into the topic reincarnation for the initial video. So, as you can see...
And these are the comments to the video, that TikTok video.
One person stated, I wake up tired, go to sleep tired. The most relatable person on this app ever. This life is ghetto. I hate the human experience. This guy and the angry Asian.
See? So this video, all right, in the comment section is proof that, that, the wicked is in rulership. Slack. And who's the wicked? Esau, even the so-called white man. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. All right, and you don't see that. You don't see that going on in the comments. Oh yeah, we're excited to. Nah, people joke about offing themselves. People joke about it, but they're they be low key serious. Why? Because the righteous are not in authority. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So see, people are mourning. All right, talking about how much they got to work, basically that they live at the job. So it's a benefit for anyone who's living on the earth, for the righteous to be in authority, which is the Hebrew Israelites, all right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because this devil, he's not fit to rule. Here, let's get this though. Sirach 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Yep. So a wise judge, and how will he instruct them? Off the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. Asking Yahweh Shem Yahushua, just like King Solomon did, for wisdom to guide his people. That's what they'll be doing. That's a wise judge right there. All right. But the judges now, the ones that's in rulership now, what are they doing? Witchcraft, it's a family, it's a family of people that's been ruling. Shit. And when I say family, I'm talking about the Rothschilds, things of that nature, They don't govern the people, off the law, statutes, and commandments, but rather, you know, to but rather their own mind, And we know they're messed up, They're wicked. All right. See, wickedness creates disaster. It creates death. It creates, mourning, but, righteousness that evolves to peace, joy, all that. But it says, as the judge of the people is, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such. Verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So see, an unwise king is destroying, and hey, you go to work, you see a girl with, she working with you, purple hair, old, and she old. That's a sign that, the king destroyed the people. All right, they're all obese. All right, their morals, it's low. But it says, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. See? Verse 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. So right now, it's all up to the Lord right now, The Lord had the so-called white man, he got them in authority right now, over the earth, It's prophecy, And in due time, he will set over it that one that is profitable. So see, in due time, In due time. And who's that one that's profitable? That's Yahweh Shah. All right? Yahweh Shah is going to rule. All right? He's going to be the ultimate king, And Yahweh Shah, who the word ignorantly, that's who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, He's a so-called black man. All right? So yeah, Yahweh Shem, the Lord, Yahweh, he's going to set up Yahweh Shah soon. All right? But now let's get to verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right? And right? Ain't that America? Deceit dealings, all right? Unrighteous dealings, all right? So they didn't they come over here, all right, and basically shed the Native American blood, all right, the so-called Mexican blood down here in America, They stole the land. So for all of that, guess what? The kingdom is going to be given to us, all right? And as the scriptures say, we're going to take it, all right? We're going to take it by violence, Here, Daniel 7. (18) But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So see, the saints of the Most High, all right? The prophets, all right? All right, they're going to take the kingdom, all right? Yahweh Shah, the angels, all right? The Akim that's out here pushing this truth. Hey, we going to take the kingdom, Lord willing. I'm part of that. We going to take this kingdom, though, all right? And then then that's when true life is gonna happen, And that's when we're gonna really be able to live, you know? Here, Proverbs 11:11. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. Right, the mouth of the wicked. All right, what they decree, you know, what they set as laws. All right, what they uphold. All right, and what is being upheld here in this society right now? We're America, wickedness. All right, folly. All right, nothing but NBA games. Mukbangs. Just basically bread and circuses. So it's being this society is being torn down, because the wicked, they don't know how to rule. All right, they rule like a child, real quick. Proverbs 11:11 NLT. Upright citizens are good for a city and make it prosper, but the talk of the wicked tears it apart. And you see, America's being torn apart. All right, somebody always dying. People are obese. All right, and with the dying, if I could, if I scroll down my phone right now, you're gonna see, oh, this person died, this person died, this person died. There's gonna be multiple deaths just in 1 hour. But it says upright citizens are good for a city and make it prosper. All right, so let's because hey, once we're in rulership, the heathens are gonna come to us, to learn of our ways, as it says in Micah 4th chapter. They'll come and learn of our ways. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. And the only one that's not gonna be able to experience that is the Esau, even the so-called white man. You're not gonna be able to experience, coming to us, learning of our You're gonna be exterminated after 1,000 days. And you see right here it says peaceful latter days. All right. See, we're coming into some times. Shit's about to shift. All right, wickedness is about to be put out, and righteousness is about to flourish throughout the earth. This is Micah 4:1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. So see, it says in the last days. We're in the last days right now. All right. It shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord, all right, the government, all right, the Israelites, all right, shall be established in the top of the mountains. Yep, we're gonna be over all governments. And it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So see, we're going to govern, we're going to rule by the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, because it's the law, statutes, and commandments is perfect. It's perfect. The reason why we went off because these bodies that we in. All right. But once these bodies get changed, all right, hey, it's gonna be on from there. We gonna live. But you see, it says many nations shall come and say. So hey, the nations, they're gonna come to us. Hey, let's go learn. Let's go learn from, I'm just saying the Israelites. So we can be blessed in in our walks. And then people, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be very peaceful. It ain't gonna be like here in America. You know, we're all going to be on the same accord, you know? And of course, the people that's ruling, you know, here in America, they're all in one accord, but they show, you know, the masses that, hey, we're against each other, you know? You know, we got different benefits, you know? But in our kingdom, we're going to have the same benefits, you know? We're going to have the same regulations, you know? Hey, do this and you get this, you know? Or the Lord bless you, you know? You do that, you're going to be punished. All right? And it's going to be like that forever, you know? Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. Forgive me. But there's just so many ways, you know, I could go with that video, you know? But this is Isaiah 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down, Babylon the Great. All right? Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Yep, it's broken down. Let's go into this word broken down real quick. Shabar, to break in pieces. All right, and we just read the wicked, you know, through their mouth, they tear down, you know, they tear the kingdom down, basically, you know, to shatter, break. Let me see. Destroy. Yeah, Esau's gonna get a very big punishment for this. You know, they destroying the earth, you know. But it says the city of confusion, all right? Babylon, all right? Babylon means, you know, confusion, all right? The city of confusion is broken down, all right? Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. So see, this is prophecy, all right? The mirth of the land, all right? There's no joy here, all right? Just like that dude was saying, he's like, you know, basically him sending the email. In the midst of the email, he's saying that I'm dead inside, you know? I'm pretty sure he didn't say that for real, but that's how these people feel, you know? They're dead inside, you know? They don't see a reason, you know, people don't see a reason to keep on going on, you know, why they should keep on living, you know, because Esau is just draining, you know, Esau is draining the people, you know, and that's why this man got to be rooted out of the earth, you know, because this man it's so bad to the point where his own people can't even, you know, thrive. You know, this is supposed to be their kingdom too, but they're in the same predicament as Jake, which this is our punishment. You know, so it obviously shows that this man is definitely not fit to rule. You know, your own people is struggling and wanting to die in their own kingdom. You know. Here, let me get something. Hey, come on, man. Oh, this bitch ass bull letter. Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So see, who's destroying the earth? Who's in rulership, all right? Who's in control? the white man, the so-called white man. All right. And when I say white man, I ain't talking about your average, six-pack Joe. I'm talking about, the elites. They're the ones behind the scenes making this earth trash, keeping war alive, Hey, let's create, we're trying to be like the Mossad. So guess what? Hey, let's create our own fruit. But instead, hey, we're gonna make it, all right, and put no seeds in them. We're gonna genetically modify them, So hey, they're destroying the earth, So they're gonna be destroyed for doing it, all right? Here, I'm gonna end it off on this. Obadiah, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, so nothing. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. See, the Lord has spoken it, all right? So this is about to come to pass. There's going to be no remaining of the house of Esau. All right, there's not going to be such thing as a so-called white man, all right? This is what's coming, all right? After they served 8,000 years of slavery, hey, you're going to be exterminated, And then that's when hey, life is going to be life, man. Hold on, Psalms 9. Psalms 9 and verse 6. O thou enemy, this enemy is talking about Esau. O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities. Their memorial is perished with them. See? So once this man is put out of rulership, this man is destroyed, things is going to be able to rejoice. The trees, all right, the environment is going to be able to, the earth is just going to be able to rejoice, But yeah, everything that this man, his what's the word? Yeah, just his memorial, all right, his past, all right, is going to perish with him. So that means everything that he did is going to be forgotten, and he's going to be fucking forgotten. We ain't gonna think about no damn Edomite. Nobody gonna be thinking about an Edomite. People are gonna be so fixed on our kingdom. They're, oh my God, this kingdom right here, This is a beautiful kingdom, and I can get blessings from these people. Hey, man. Nobody gonna worry about it damn. Nobody gonna think about it Edomite, So that's pretty much it, So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna give all glory and honor praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Erchakodash. Double honors to the Apostle and Elders, Great Millstone. All right, Shalom.